You were the legal editor of the Chicago Tribune, gone to law school at Yale and so on, got your degrees and all kinds of stuff. You were the staunchest atheist that anybody knew.
No.
You finally came to know Christ, but you attribute a lot of it to your very dear wife,
That's
Leslie.
right. It was the changes in her character that really were winsome and attractive to me. After she became a Christian, I was still an atheist, and it was winsome, and it drew me toward the faith. So she has an authentic relationship with Jesus Christ. There's nobody I know who has a deeper, more profound, more personal, interactive relationship with God.
Okay, there's a lot of people all over the world that are watching us, and the fact is they have a deep relationship with the Lord Jesus, but they're suffering. I've seen them in huts, I've seen them in hospitals, I've seen them all over the place, and I'm just telling you, your wife, she's in deep pain. Kind of describe what she goes through every day.
Yeah, she has a neuromuscular condition called fibromyalgia. God has spared her from some of the worst symptoms of that, but it is a very difficult disease to live with because it gives her chronic muscle pain. John, there has not been a day that has gone by in the last 20 years that she has not been in pain. And there will never be a day in her life, because of this incurable nature of the condition, where she will not be in pain unless God intervenes in a miracle. So she gets up every day, and the first thing she does is get down on the floor, and she'll be on that floor for an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, stretching her muscles, trying to get them limber so that she can mitigate the pain that she feels. You know, it's as a husband, you want to help. You want to, you know, you're the guy who, you know, and you can't. There's nothing I can do.
And you're writing this book.
And I'm writing a book.
You're writing this book about people that are actually being healed.
Exactly.
And you go home to your own wife and you're praying that God will heal her, but no miracle.
Yeah. I go to interview Barbara Snyder, and I come home and I say, honey, let me tell you about Barbara Snyder, how God healed her of multiple sclerosis in a snap of a finger. And she says, oh, it's fantastic. And then I say, but what about her?
Why no miracle
Why
for
no
Leslie?
miracle for Leslie? You know, and I know all the intellectual answers. I know God can cause good to emerge from suffering. I know that. But what about, why no miracle for Leslie? I know that God can do things through suffering that he can't otherwise do. And frankly, she is a woman of empathy and grace in a way that she probably would not be if she hadn't gone through this kind of pain. I get that. But why no miracle for Leslie?
Yeah.
So these kind of things are, you know, intellectually you can deal with them. Personally, it's difficult.